Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
The coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Mike. Kill.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
53 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. On first down, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Here we go. 10 over.
Check 53. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. You got tight. You got tight.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
2nd and 2. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6.
Any weapon.
Undercrush.
Tight dog. 22 jet bomber.
Check.
Look. Squeeze.
Check hot.
Speed grip.
To throw on second down, Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
It's just me and you.
Get ready.
From the gun, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
22 jet bomber. Charlie.
Throwing on first down. Love. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook. And he he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. Badgley's kick is good. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw on second down. Herbert, there's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10. Herbert, man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 24, check 24. 66. Bullet high.
From the gun, Love. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check curl, check curl. 25, check 20. Alpha. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go.
Off play action. Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Love. And that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
You don't want Topper! Look at me! Door! He's crashing!
On 1st down, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, exit. Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Hey, mark the screen. Mark the screen. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 3. Check. Ready. Check nickel. There you go.
1st down. Here's the run with Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go. Do it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's caught inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Slam.
From the gun, Herbert. That'll be complete to Breida. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check 53. Watch the screen. Hey. High 7. Screen. Watch the screen. Shit. Watch the shit.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Love. The open man is Smith. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings that 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this will be incomplete.
Herbert's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Bravo. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Yeah. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, pick your game. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Goodwin able to haul it in. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
A gain of 9 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Love. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw on second down. Love. And this one complete to Smith. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. From the gun on third down. Love. And it's caught. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. First and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. 2, fellas, let's go. Mike 54. Watch twist. Go.
Operating from the gun. Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Looking to throw. Herbert, they'll get this into the hands of Breida. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Breida.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check, 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. 53, check 53. Watch the run. Ready.
Back to throw. Herbert, deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Herbert. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Breida. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, match box, right. Check 37, check 37.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Ready. 60 outlaw, you're out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Niners, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn